All right, ladies. So today we're going to be talking about 10 reasons why men stop chasing. And we're going to be using one of the 1048 laws of power to explain to you guys what you're doing wrong that's making you lose power in your interaction. And that loss of power from the perspective of attraction is how hot you look, how unattainable you look, how attractive you are based on how unattainable, how pre-selected you are by others, and by the aura that you protrude, which is not based on reality, but based on an illusion, which can all be manipulated through using these tactics. And the problem is a lot of women keep making mistakes that makes them lose power in relationships, and mistakes that makes men stop chasing. So these are 10 simple things that you're doing wrong that you could actually stop doing instantly. Like, it's not that difficult to stop fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be fun. You guys are going to enjoy this because this is something that's going to, you guys are definitely gonna start seeing things that you've done in the past that you didn't know. All right. So let's get started. So the first, one of the laws of power that I really enjoy that really relates to this is conceal your intentions. So that's one reason why guys stop chasing, when women reveal their intentions too easily, too straightforward. And it says these are some of the notes that I read from an article I found that gave some of the summaries of the book. So let me read to you what it means by concealing your intentions. Never reveal the explicit purpose behind your actions, which is to say, wanting to make him commit. You see, the purpose is to make him commit. Never reveal it. This will throw your potential adversary, the guy, off and put them in a state of guessing. Oh, does she like me? Oh, let me go to Google and find out if she likes me. The result is if they have no idea what you're doing, what you're going to do, and can't establish a defense. Like, he can't find, when you don't reveal your intentions, the guy cannot defend it against it. You see what I'm saying? Guide them far enough down the wrong path, envelop them in enough smoke, redirecting, like, for example, concealing your intentions rather than saying you want a relationship, saying you want a friendship. And by the time they realize your intentions, it'll be too late. For example, saying that you just want to be friends, right? Knowing that you want to marry him, saying that you just want to be friends, and that wanting to be friends makes them say, why doesn't she want me anymore? Like, does she not think I'm enough? And that will make them work. So that's what we mean by concealing your intentions. It's not that you're fucking like ruining his life and that kind of stuff. No, like you're just making it hard for him to guess, you know? So some example is friendzoning him, acting like you want him but not telling him. You know, it's kind of like acting one way but saying the other, you know? The second thing that women do wrong is talking too much. Not just talking, you know, but talking too much. He says, one of the laws of power is always say less than necessary. Don't be too verbose, even if you aim to impress with words. I think I should fucking learn this, right? I should apply this tactic and talk less on this channel, right? Should I do that? The more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even what you're saying is trite and commonplace. It will appear original if you phrase your thoughts in indistinct, open-ended terminology. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say some foolish shit, which is the more likely it is to say some stupid shit. So for example, this is some example, is rather than saying yes to everything, start saying maybe. Rather than talking a lot, you silence. For example, if he says to you, hey baby, how was your day? You know, rather than say, oh my god, my day was amazing, you just fuck with him and just look at him like, so baby, how was your day? Baby, how was your day? The fuck you doing, baby? How was your day? I'm kidding. Oh, it was amazing. It was a good day. Like, see, like it's all being playful. You say less. Like, just get used to saying less. Sending small text messages, but being really nice in person. You see, so rather, it's allowing your actions to speak for you. Sometimes you want to show the guy that you like him so much, you know, that you feel like your actions are not enough. So you try to give him a lot of text, give him a lot of praise. Don't do that. Seem uninterested in person, as long as it's not a long distance relationship and you guys can see each other at the end of the day. Be cold in text messages, but very warm in person. All right. Taking a while to respond or pausing before responding. This happens a lot when you seeking validation. You'll easily respond fast because you want the validation. So An example is saying, "Hey baby, how was your day?" Rather than saying, for example, like rather than saying, "Hey baby, how was your day?" It was amazing. It was so awesome. You'd be like, "Hey baby, how was your day?" It was amazing. It was very good. Like that. Like you take your time. You see, it just says about your composure, and it's a lot easier to handle and talk to you and be relaxed around someone like that. Number 3, too much contact. Like just too much. Like contacting him too much. Like it's not even that, it's the anger at the fact that he doesn't contact you as much as you do. You see, it says use absence to increase respect and honor. Keep yourself in demand by not being too available or accessible. A temporary absence from a group of which you're a part will cause you to be the center of discussion and increase your colleagues' admiration for you. Scarcity is the key to value. For example, during the beginning of the relationship, when you feel like he knows he has you, cancel plans with him and appear uninterested for at least one day so he can start doubting himself and realize that, you know what, the game is not over. Tell him, randomly text him, "We need to talk, ... And let him wait that out. Let that pain simmer. So he can be like, "What the fuck does it mean we need to talk?" It's usually not about good things. She doesn't, like, girls don't say we need to talk and she gives you head. That's not how it works, you know? Like, let him think, let him just like come to crazy conclusions. Or prank him. Like act like you're gonna break up with him so that he can feel the sadness and be away from, so for example, like saying, "Baby, look, I think we need to talk. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Like, it's not me, it's you." And let him feel some pain, you know, be a little fucked up, you know. Let him feel some pain and then just be kidding. Now, mind you, if he's actually happy and he starts jumping around for joy, then they'll come back to me with that. Be away for a while and make him miss you. If you're always with him, yo, motherfucker, look. If you're always with the guy, you need to step away. Like, literally. Like, even though if he wants you to be there, step away. Make him say, "Please come back." Go to your parents. Do something. But step away. Just don't go to Vegas by stepping away. That's not a fucking break. "Baby, I'm going to Vegas. I need to rewind myself." Number 4, emotionally and socially isolated. That gets guys to lose interest. By what I mean emotionally, it means like you isolate yourself emotionally. You don't open up. And by socially means you got no friends. You know, like when you have no friends, it means like, what the fuck? What is this girl having friends? Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Even though this dangerous world may make a clustered fortress seem like the safest place at the time, you know, being in Netflix, cuddled up in your blanket, you know, like, but only you two guys hanging out. Isolation, in fact, opens you up to more dangers than from which it may protect you. That's why I always tell people, isolate your target. Take him to a place that's remote where she has no contact with the whole world, so that the only stimulus she gets is you, and as a result, it increases the attraction. But nevertheless, that doesn't apply to this. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded from your enemy by the crowd. The enemy in this case is your fear of being alone. The desire to need validation, that's your enemy. So by being around people, having a social support, you're gonna be less needy. You see, and the guy's gonna know that you have other things to go to if he breaks up with you. You see, power comes when a person knows that they could do something to you and limit your options. Power doesn't come when they know you have different options and other sources of happiness and stability. So again, the ways to overcome this is to make more friends. You know, get the fuck out your house. Just don't unsubscribe. Actually, yeah, keep watching my channel as you get out your house. Share it with your friends. And also mindfulness. Whenever you feel pain, that pain of isolation, pain of not wanting to be alone, observe the pain and become present to it. Number 5, being too predictable and one-sided. Keep others in suspense and terror. Like being too predictable, you know what I'm saying? Like just being so fucking... Tomorrow when I wake up, she's gonna be nice, and tomorrow when I go to sleep, she's gonna be nice. Like that predictable. Now we're not talking about psycho. Some of you ladies just got excited. No, I'm not talking about being psycho and being yourself. I'm talking about having contrast, having an edge, not just being nice, not just being mean, having different facets to your personality. All right. So it says keep others in suspense and terror. This also goes to not revealing your intentions, and to telling him that what you really want in the relationship. Make him guess. Make him having to ask you and then wait for your response. Make him say, "I love you," and expect a response in terror. Like you wanted to get to that point, all right? And the only way for you to do that is to take steps back. Because when he knows you, he knows what you're gonna react to. It's much better for him to think he knows you and then you react in a way that's unpredictable but not psychotic. So it says cultivate an air of unpredictability. Since humans are creatures of habit and are very much driven by the need of familiarity in others' actions, predictability relinquishes control. Be purposefully unpredictable, because behavior that seems to be had to have no set patterns or obvious intentions will keep people off kilter. They will spend a lot of energy attempting to figure out what your next move will be. In extreme cases, this can inspire downright terror. Yeah, we don't want no terror. So for example, this is how you could use this: being unpredictable. Setting random barriers to meet you. If he goes for example, like okay, oh, this is something that I do. For example, if he goes for the kiss, remember, we're being unpredictable, right? He thinks he knows you, but then you show something else. For example, you know he wants to kiss you, right? You want to fuck with him? Give him signs that you want him to kiss you. Like, look at him, talk about kissing, wear some lipstick, and look at him straight in the eye as you do it. And when he goes for the kiss, set the fucking barrier. It's like, whoa. No, what are you doing? You thought I was telling you to kiss me? Not now, boo-boo. You know, like, push away, right? And what's gonna happen is that he thought he had you. You gave him the sign. You were fucking doing that shit, right? He went for the kiss and you told him no. So now what does he do? He doesn't know what's happening. So then suddenly, out of nowhere, you know he wants to kiss you. So now any moment you want, you could surprise him with a big wet kiss. A girl did that to me, and I found that to be so fucking hot the way she did that. Like, she literally like told me, I'm kissing you right now. And I was like, okay. She literally like just grabbed my face and she kissed me after rejecting me a couple minutes ago. And so that kind of like, oh damn, I got a little crazy girl on my hands, you know? And so that made me like, oh shit, like I don't expect that. Give him the impression that you had a bad date and don't want to see him again, and then act very nice in person. For example, if he texts you, hey, how was the day? Was the day good? I hope you have fun. You just say, yup. Hello, damn, shit, the day didn't go good, right? But you want to hang out tomorrow? Nope. And then suddenly, then a couple days later, hey baby, hey, come on, let's hang out. And we're like, oh shit, damn, like I thought you weren't interested. No, that's just how I am sometimes. You see, like, it's the unpredictability. Be very mean in texting, like code, and warm in person. That's what I'm talking about. Acting like you're not into him too much. Actually, also the unpredictability also means not revealing too much about yourself in the beginning and letting him peel the layers of your personality. So number 6, acting like you're into him too much. Like when you like someone, that's what happens, right? Discover a man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a key weakness, which usually takes the form of an insecurity and uncontrollable emotion or need. It can be a small secret or pleasure. When you play, okay, that's another one. There is another one. I fucked up there, right? It says play the sucker. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Play the sucker. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Play dumber than your mark. No one likes to feel dumber than the other. Make your victim, an adversary, feel intelligent and most importantly, smarter than you. This prevents them from considering or suspecting that you have hidden agendas. So in other words, act as though you are the weak one. Act as though you don't know what's gonna happen next. Act as though you cannot control yourself around him. Make him feel strong. Make him feel intelligent. Make him feel like he's the smartest person in the room. Inflate his ego. Know what he loves to talk about and let him talk about it. Let him talk about the things that he likes. Why? It's because what you're doing here is, in reality, what a lot of women fuck up in, I fucked it up right there. It's when you try to act like you're not interested. See, women do it the wrong way because it comes across as though you're really not interested. That's not what we're doing. What you have to do is play as though you really are interested. Let him talk. Feed his ego, right? That's how you do it. But then, if back off right after that, act uninterested. Because if you act uninterested without showing interest, it meant that he never had you. But if you act interested by showing interest and then backing off and not showing interest, he'll chase after you, not because he had you, but because he felt that he may have fucked up somehow. You see, and women fuck it up where they'll act uninterested without showing him any signs of interest initially. First show interest, first be warm, and then be cold. Because guys are insecure. Okay, I'm not gonna say most guys are not like me, but what I'm gonna say is most guys don't practice this as a full time, and so most guys are not gonna see through your bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Number 7, you do not fulfill his fantasies. Oh yeah. Damn shit. Number 7, you don't fulfill his fantasy. Now, some of you guys may be saying, what about him? He doesn't fulfill my fantasies. He doesn't do what I want him to do. No. That's not about you. I'll talk to the guys on my other channel, all right? You have to focus on you fulfilling his fantasies so he can fulfill yours, all right? First, take the step, all right? play to people's fantasies. It says people tend to avoid truth because it is very often unattractive and harsh. All right, never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared to be for the anger that comes for disenchantment. It says life is a very cruel and upsetting. So people want who can create an escapist notion based on an appeal to the allure of the fantasy. Though, anyways, fuck that shit. They wrote it wrong. It means that if you fulfill the people's fantasy, you're gonna win them over. Like, for example, if you're a leader and there's a nation that wants freedom, if you fulfill that and give them the hope and fantasy of freedom, they'll fall in love with you. You see, so in you have to fulfill this fantasy. Find out what his fantasies are. Does he want to? Does he have a sexual fantasy? Fulfill that. Does he have a egotistical fantasy, like being in shape or being good at basketball? Help him train. But be there for his fantasies. Don't just be there for the minute things that really don't matter. You see, be there for the things that matter based on his fantasies, based on his ideals, based on things that he wish he could have achieved but didn't. You see, fulfill that for him and he's gonna fucking want you. You see, that's how that shit works out. Number 8, you let go of yourself. Oh yeah, that's a big one. It says, we're talking physically and also in terms of clothes. Clothes do matter. Like, I call it as a Cinderella effect where, yeah, once in a while look normal, you know, like I do, but then once in a while, like, dress up, like, to the fucking T, and be like, oh, damn, I remember her. Like, I remember her. Like, the last girl I was talking to, like, she looked normal. She was fine as hell, even normal, right? But when she dressed up, oh my God. I would tell her, yo, take that shit off. Take that shit off. Like, she was just so freaking bad when she wore like all her dresses. My goodness in heaven, you know, and that made me like, oh my God, like, could we just go home back? Could we go back home already? So it says, act like a king to be treated like one. Carry yourself with an air of regality. The image and aura you project often dictates how other people respond and treat you. It sucks, but you remember, don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't appear too crude or ordinary, all right, as it will lead to disrespect. By acting regally and confident of your powers, you make yourself seem destined to wear a crown. Also, now we're not talking about how to be a fucking queen. We're talking about how to have why men lose interest, which in this case is when they just think that they have you, and you just stop working at yourself. You stop letting go. You let go of your femininity. How can I say this? You stop going to the gym and all that sort of stuff. Like, literally, you guys know what I'm talking about. And you could be the nicest person, but if a guy sees that you're on the slope, I mean, look, it's one thing because of age. We don't mind that. It's one thing because you just don't give a fuck. See, now that's a problem. You see, now that's a problem, and I'm gonna make a video on that, like on how to be in shape, how to stay in shape. I'm gonna call it hypocritical advice, because clearly I fuck up on that area sometimes, right? I may make a couple series on that, like hypocritical advice that I don't take. The hypocritical coach. You imagine a YouTube channel on that, like hypocritical coach telling things that I don't apply and all this sort of stuff. Anyways, number 9, appearing too perfect. Oh Lord, I hate this part. You make yourself seem appearing too perfect. Never appear perfect. That's one of the laws of power. Anybody who projects an air of flawlessness is bound to incur feelings of envy. You see, that's why I try my best to be as humble as possible. Like when people talk to me, like, oh my God, I love your channel. I'm like, oh, you could do it too. Like, I try to deflect a lot of that to help people see that I'm still a fucking human, you know? I'm not just okay. Anybody who projects an air of flawlessness is bound to incur feelings of envy. This goes beyond seeming superior to others and is very dangerous path because envy creates silent opponents. All right. It is wise to every now and then reveal flaws and mild shortcomings. This dispels envy and makes you seem more accessible and less lofty. Now again, look, it's not bad to look like have the resting bitch face, look attractive, look hot, But it's not a bad thing to fucking fall on your heels once in a while and look human. It's not a bad thing, to look like shit once in a while. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know that defensiveness, the desire to look perfect, that effort to look perfect, you gotta stop that. Like, the effort, there's you, right? Then there's you talking to someone. Then there's you talking, and then there's you trying to change shit up so you could sound cool. That desire, not the part that you feel like you're not cool, but the part to change the narrative, you observe it, because that's the core issue of why you appear perfect. You see? So when you try to stop appearing perfect, people are gonna like you more. That's why people like this channel. Because in the beginning, I wasn't trying to impress you guys. To be honest with you, I was trying to see how far I could take it. Like if you watch the second videos of can women really make a guy fall in love, you'll notice that I didn't believe in this. I didn't believe this could work. And apparently it does, but I was really honest saying, look, I don't think the advice people are giving you works. I don't think you guys could do anything about it. Like you even watched that video, you know? And so what's gonna happen is that when you stop trying to appear perfect, people are gonna relate to you. People are gonna like you. And guys are gonna like you. Like you're gonna look normal. Like stop trying to look perfect, man. Stop trying to act like your shit don't stink. Be normal, all right? Number 10, being too manly and not letting him play his role. Never outshine the master. That's one of the rules. So for example, when I talk about being too manly, that comes from insecurity. You know, women who are bossy, who wants everything done their way. That's what we're talking about. Like you feel like you know how to do everything and he doesn't know how to do everything. Like that desire to take control, you gotta let the guy take control. At least give him the illusion of control. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna wage a warfare, don't shed blood. Because it causes resentment, which is to say, don't make him feel like shit. Don't make him feel emasculated. Let him play the role of the male. For example, with my parents, my mom, I don't need my mom that much, right? But because I know my mom has needs to be a mother and her identity is based on that, sometimes I act as though I have a weakness. I act as though I need her help. And I say, hey mom, can you help me out with that? And she'll be like, oh, of course I can help you out with that. Like, I may not need it, but because I know that's the role she has in her head, like a part of me wants to say, you know what, mom, you need to fucking grow up and stop playing these roles, man. But a part of me, I understand, like a mother would try, like I can't expect people to be the way I am. Like that's one thing I'm really struggle with sometimes. Like I cannot expect people to understand this. And so I have to play to them. Like I have to cater to them. And that's not a bad thing. But you feel resentful. But the whole point is that you have to let them play their role so they can feel good, or else they're not gonna like you. So if a guy, let them feel manly, fuck up in things once in a while, so that you could give them the role of like, oh, let me help her out. You see, never outshine the master. That's what we're talking about. Let him be a man. Let him. I'm not talking about like be a bitch, you know, and be at home, you know, make some sandwiches, you know. No, just if you notice that something's wrong, like I don't know, like. Fuck up one of the light bulbs and let him fix it. Like, oh my God, you look so cool fixing that light bulb. Oh my goodness, like stuff like that, right? And so it says, never outshine the master. Always make those in position of authority over you feel comfortable about their place of superiority. Even though you may want to impress them and prove your value, right? If you overdo it with your display of your talent, you run the risk of causing them to feel threatened and insecure. Try to make your superiors appear more brilliant than they are in order to maximize your power standing. Now again, I'm not talking about doing like being humble and letting him do everything. I'm not talking about that, right? I'm just talking about that you gotta let him be a man. Like let him feel like a man, even though he's not. Even though it makes no difference. Like let him feel like a man, and that's what's gonna make him like actually. If you don't make him feel like a man, he's not gonna want you. Like it's that simple. Like he's gonna be like, oh, she's a great bitch, you know. Like take a step back, allow people to help you out. And a lot of the times, because it's from insecurity, and that's normal. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you just gotta take a step back sometimes. All right, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this. And it's pretty much, let me go a little review. It says, conceal your intentions. Don't talk too much, you know, say less, do more. Don't give them some space and just give them some space. Don't be open emotionally and stop being socially isolated. Be more unpredictable and have more of an edge. Act as though you're fulfill his fantasies. Don't let yourself go. Always work at yourself. Don't appear too perfect. And let him be masculine and let him feel like he has some form of control. Anyways, this is Alex. If you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching, let me know. Go to mindforattraction.org. And I hope you have a good day. I'll be making more videos. This video I'm gonna make is about how to bring a guy out of the closet. Bye.